Hey guys, Daryl Shergan, Quest for Vape, live on air, and this will be on YouTube. Welcome to my channel, Quest for Vape. I'm up here in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and I'm going to be doing a live build workshop right here in a minute. I just wanted to introduce, I'm here with my buddy Jeff Nyzio. What's up, Jeff?
Hi guys, not too much, Daryl.
Jeff is a good friend of mine. He's in the broadcasting business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he also, he's been a vapor, for serious, steady dripper, modder, builder for a couple of years. How long have you been vaping?
About 2.5 years.
Okay. And you worked at vape shops, right?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Spent some time in the vape shop and decided to go out on my own after that.
Good, man. Yeah. I know the answer to this question, but what are you doing these days, Jeff?
Oh, making juice. Making juice with Nizmod drip juice.
All right, so tell me how you got into making juice. How did that all?
I'm not the only one in my family who vapes. I vape. My girlfriend vapes as well, and we were spending a ton of money on juice. And every time we would buy juice, we'd end up tinkering with it, doing a little of this, a little of that, changing juice, adding VG here, adding a little bit of flavoring to this, a little flavoring to that, and decided, you know what, this is crazy that we're spending all this money to alter somebody else's product. So we decided we were going to make our own.
Cool. Very cool. All right, there you have it. And he has some very interesting and unique flavors. I did a review a while back, but the Quest for Vape doesn't just sit in one spot. It travels around. So without any further ado, I have a Kennedy Authentic right here, the version 2 competition RDA, and I'm going to rebuild that. I have a perfectly good set of Claptons on there, which it breaks my heart to tear out. Obi-Wan Kenobi did this for me down at the Jersey Expo. They're 10 wrap, beautiful fused Claptons. It's like 26 and 46 gauge. But they're coming out because I need to build. It takes a little to ramp up, but once it gets going. So one more vape on these coils.
Then it's sayonara.
And they're coming out. All right, first I want to talk about the Kennedy. It's not a cheap RDA, but it's well worth the money. I've had a couple of clones. I've had good clones. I've had bad clones. One of them tasted just like rubber gasket, rubber O-ring. Couldn't get rid of that flavor. But recently I picked up the Authentic. This will cost you $100 plus. And then I also got the Demon cap. This is the regular cap for the Kennedy. Get this up here in camera. This is the regular cap, and this is the Demon cap. It has, right, Demon cap or Gremlin? Yeah, the Gremlin's even shorter. It has 2 air holes in the top cap. And then I picked up this Trinity cap, which is a hand glass blown cap. Fits right on there. I'm kind of enjoying that.
That's really nice.
That's from Trinity. It's the Trinity cap. Yeah, handmade. Let me show you the unique design of this RDA. Its airflow comes up from underneath. So you got these, this isn't a review, but then again, I kind of is. You got 4 of these juice, these air holes in the bottom, and they run right up the base of the deck. Get that in frame.
What I like about the Kennedy, any version of the Kennedy, is the way that the airflow comes in through the bottom of the deck, and it has that tube that kind of shoots the air right directly underneath the coil. There's no way that that air is going to get around. That is going to get around that coil. They're awesome. I mean, there's no way it's going to bypass the coil. I mean, you have other RDAs that have the holes in the sides and everything, and depending on where your coil is situated at or where your con is situated at, you can get into a situation where not all the airflow actually hits the coil. Not in a Kennedy. In the Kennedy, all the air, everything that goes into that, in through that deck and into that atomizer, all that air pummels that coil.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better.
No, they're great, man. I have the little boy on right now, but the Kennedy is my go-to atomizer. So
good. You can build hot builds on it, low sub-ohm builds on it. You can just crank it all power right into those coils, and it's a competition winning. Like Cloud Chasers win competitions with that. It's one of the few. Not many RDAs can go up against it if it's built.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So, without further ado, we're just going to hack these beautiful coils right out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway. I like that RDA.
I've been craving one for a few months. Finally saved up my budget, and I was like, I'm getting one. Flawless distribution at the show. $100 with the demon cap. Can't beat that, right?
No, that's a good deal.
All right, say goodbye to these beautiful coils. What are you doing over there, Ryan?
Just reconning the nickel.
So you're dripping on nickel. Oh, by the way, hold on. I'm not alone over here. I'm at a vape shop. Oh, we're gonna check this out. There's Ryan.
What's going on?
There he is. What's the name of this vape shop we're at?
Game Room Vapors.
Game Room Vapors in the Wyoming Valley Mall, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Yes, sir.
All right. You're vaping on, what do you got there? It smells good.
I got Farley's Gnarly by Bad Drip. It's a kiwi strawberry with a dusting of bubble gum. Awesome, guys. Right out in Rochester, New York.
You know Bad Drip very well.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Cool. Farley's Gnarly. One of my faves. All right. Sorry. Back to the build. Just give me a second here to set up. I've done this live on air build hangout a couple of times now. I think this third or fourth time, I forget. But once a week on Tuesdays, there are the air holes. See them? So you want to build and position those coils right over that. What do you think we should do today? I think we should do that. Staple flatten? I don't have the time. Something simple.
See, I'm a simple guy. I just do regular old wrap. If I want to get funky, I do a parallel. That's about
What
it.
about like a 24, 22 parallel?
Yeah,
If you got that.
I got 24.
Those
I always have 24. You want to see a parallel? All right. Arsenal wire, 24 gauge Arsenal.
It's low.
Hey, that'll be low.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
24 gauge.
It is.
It'll still be low. All right. What have I got here? Technical difficulties. No, I'm mixing the I have 26 gauge Kanthal.
26, 24?
I don't have any 24 with me. We're at a vape shop. I don't suppose you have 24 gauge here.
I personally might
Nah, don't worry about it. I'm gonna do 26 gauge.
Fishing wire.
Oh, you want me to parallel like?
24 and 26 together. If you have even that Arsenal stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Because 26 will keep it high enough.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do.
Super, super low.
You know, I've never done that, so here I go. I'm gonna embarrass myself on air. I love it. I've never paralleled like different metals together.
No?
Nope.
Comes out a little cool.
All right, there's my Kanthal, 26 gauge. I'm game. When you get a chance and watch some of my stupid videos on my channel, you'll know that I really don't care about embarrassing myself on camera.
Hey,
I do it
I think that's what makes a good
With-
reviewer.
with
Somebody-
gusto.
With
Right.
somebody who's just good to jump
Yeah.
into something and not care.
That's it.
You gotta be like that.
Well, I'm part ham actor also. All right. I like this Arsenal one. This stuff's good.
You get a chance, you should try one of these. Have you tried the hollow point yet? By Tobacco?
Is that the bullet?
No, the hollow
The
point.
hollow point.
Yeah. By Tobacco.
Look at what Ryan is rocking over here on his Hexone blood splatter. Damn. Is that juice? Can I hit it?
Should be. If not, there you go.
Juiced. That's a nice, sweet, clean build right there.
Claptons. They're a little old.
Nice. Real nice.
They're pretty
Nice and
sweet.
cloudy.
Yeah, it's got a 4-post design. Holes on it.
I like the velocity, man. I gotta
See,
get one.
I want to get one too. Those are nice.
Covered
Yeah, I like the way they're designed. I like that
Yeah,
that design
it's got
with the two posts and the open
opposites.
center. Yeah,
that open center, you have nothing but complete airflow through it.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know why nobody thought
that's
that
a lot
sooner.
like that. That's a lot like those
Like the
Kennedys.
Yeah,
They're a
you
lot
can't-
like those.
The coil cannot escape the
No,
airflow.
it
There is
can't.
no escape.
Especially on those velocities. A guy who came in who has a he has a clone one, and it's pretty badass. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Not at all. It's got decent airflow. You can open it up for like cloud chasing, real airy, or you can tighten it up for flavor.
So we're going to parallel 26 gauge Kanthal with 24 gauge arsenal wire. So it's going to give me a faster ramp up time because of the arsenal wire, and then it's going to give me a density of cloud because of the 26 gauge and some flavor. Right?
Yeah.
Have I got that right? That's the concept? All right. Daryl doesn't only use a coil master, but guess what? I'm
I want to try this pool table. Why not? This is my buddy.
Hey, this is light.
Guys, I know there's no question.
All right. So Coil Master version 3, I believe this is.
Those are really nice too.
I love it.
I don't know if you like
I can build on a screwdriver.
I'm gonna try to get the cue balls closer.
Hello.
Hey,
how you
Scott.
doing?
All right. I must have had a glitch on my end or something. So
Okay. But you saw how'd you find the link?
when you hit me with it, and when I tried to join at first, my computer wasn't doing anything. So I kept sitting there and tried to go through some steps again. So I basically just shut the whole computer down and brought it back up, and now everything's working. So maybe it's something on the Tennessee side of things that aren't going too well here, but that's expected at times.
Okay, good to see you, man. Good to have you on. I'm sitting here with my buddy Jeff Nyzio.
How's it going, Jeff?
How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Just getting the day started.
Cool, man.
In Tennessee, you said.
Yes, sir.
Gonna be driving through there probably next month.
Where you going to?
We're gonna be driving on our way to Texas, and probably gonna be stopping in Nashville to see the Grand Ole Opry, and then heading down to Memphis to stop at Graceland before we continue on to Texas.
Well, brother, you'll be right there at my doorsteps because I live right outside of Memphis.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. Well, get ready because if it's not hot there, it's hotter than hell here. So.
All right.
What you building there, man?
I'm doing a 6 wrap. I'm just going to hijack the screen if you don't mind. Don't be
Go
mad.
ahead. No, go ahead. I think you got a hijack already.
Okay, I think I hijacked the screen. I'm doing a parallel build today on the Kennedy, and that's a 6 wrap with 26 gauge Kanthal and 24 gauge arsenal wire, which is a performance wire, some type of alloy of lower resistance.
Awesome.
This is where I always mess up. When doing those parallels, just leave the posts in. Do yourself a favor. You got to tweak these a little bit.
Yeah, they take a little bit of pulling and nudging to get them nice and nice.
Jeff, do you usually torch your coils?
I do not. What I do is after I got them in, I'll heat them up nice, and I'll do my tweaking after they're installed into the atomizer.
That's all I do. Also, I don't keep like blowtorches around my house because somebody's going to get into the wrong sort of trouble. Oh, Nick is back, I think. So
There you go.
just going to get one side locked down. I'm building on the Kennedy. I pulled out a perfectly good pair of nice Claptons, and it broke my heart to do it, but you know, the sacrifice had to be made. So at least I'm going to lock down this negative post. Keep that in place.
So since I'm late showing up, where you at?
What's that?
I said, since I'm late showing up, where you at?
Physically, I am in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania at the Wyoming Valley Mall at what is it?
Game Room Vapors.
Game Room Vapors.
Ah,
Very
A
nice
vape shop previously was an arcade.
okay.
Vapors.
I remember them days of the arcades.
Yeah, yeah.
Come up top a little bit.
It was closed down and empty for quite a while, and then they brought the vape shop in.
Awesome.
About that. Vaping, stimulating the economy.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Scotty, that was a really nice video you did the other day with the Sigali 75 watt.
Thank you, sir. It's nice other than the battery life. And you know what? Of everybody I've seen that did a video on one of those, it's like they left off the battery portion. And to me, that was the most important. But if you know these devices somewhat, I think that's the main thing you need to talk about. What kind of life you're going to get out of it. And like I said, it's pretty nice though. It's a little small one.
It's a little cutie.
Yeah. But man, I tell you what, it's very, very heavy. If you've ever picked up a Vapor Shark and you know that kind of weight to it, it's got the Vapor Shark on weight. So.
Oh yeah.
But it's built good. It's good quality construction to it. So. Oh, by the way, I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm probably gonna have to somehow get with Zach, learn how to hotwire this device and steal one of your 26 650s and run that in there instead of this 18 650. I'm certain that Zach could somehow hotwire one of these things. I don't know how I'd get the battery in there, but.
Oh, if anybody could do that, that would be Zach. All right, cool, man. So we're using two different metals here and two different gauges, and it's going to give us a little bit more faster ramp up time and still have the flavor and the cloud density. So we'll see how this goes, but
it's the best of both worlds.
It's a little bit of a tricky build. I've actually never done parallel. I've done parallels quite a bit, but I've never done parallels with different metals. So this is an interesting. Sorry, that's all right.
Sorry, man.
This will be interesting for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, got it. Okay. Sorry, I'm off there.
Oh, I'm on the nickel. I'm on the nickel now.
Yeah.
Of the crown tank. So I've done my testing on the 0.25. Now I'm into my nickel stage. So, and then the final will be the RBA port to it. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna play around and rebuild that RBA a few more times. I got it tweaked nicely, but I think I want to try some vertical coils. I want to get big enough in there. I want to put a Clapton in and see how that dates. So we'll see.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Have you had any leaking yet doing the RBA or noticed any?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. If you got to dial in the wicking just right and get it. You got to wick it.
Has to be in the Goldilocks zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not too much, not too little. But yeah, I've had leaking. Like, you got to make sure you close that airflow completely when you open that tank, just like K-Fun-esque. It will leak down if you leave that open. So
I've already noticed a few people have stated leaking issues. So I didn't know if it was just a 1 or 2 hit and miss thing, or if everybody was experiencing that.
everybody's going to experience that if they didn't wick it sufficiently enough, or if they didn't close the airflow, and including me. So, but if you close that airflow and you did wick it enough and you get enough cotton in there, you really have to jam cotton in front of those juice slots, those wicking slots. Otherwise, yeah, it'll just flood right out, which is annoying, but easily avoided. Okay, so diving down here, sorry. I've got the second coil in on this side. I used a K-Fund for about a month and a half until Kanger came out with the sub-tank. The K-Fund was my driving vape. And you had to basically empty it. Anytime you wanted to open it up, you had to empty the whole thing out, drain it out, and it was always a mess. So
that was one tank I never, one tank I never really messed with was any of the K-Funds. I don't know why, but I just never got into it like some people. I know some people are hardcore K-Fund, won't do anything else but them, but
at the time they were the shit.
Well, nobody made anything else. Nobody else made anything even close.
True.
At the time I got mine, it was better. I liked it better because I could rebuild it, and I liked it better than like the Nautilus and the Arrow, the Kanger Arrow. But now, I mean, I think it's been killed.
Yeah, well, the sub tanks have come a long way.
Oh yeah, that's no lie about that. And I got about 12 or 13 of them to prove that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you went from 1.5 ohms in a tank to 0.20 in a sub tank now.
Yep.
I mean, that's incredible.
Definitely.
Pretty much in a matter of months.
Mm-hmm. That's one thing I can say about the vaping industry. It moves at lightning.
That ain't no lie to that.
Yeah, I think the only thing that has it beat is the cell phone market. That's about it. It seems like just as soon as you buy that new mod that you've been pining over, the next updated version is already.
I know. We also had a.
Finally. There's Nick. Nick finally got on. All right.
Oh, I was having so much problems with that.
Good to see you, buddy. So, we've got our parallels in. Let's see what it ohms out to. 0.21.
Nice.
Not too bad. Not too aggressive. I was expecting a little lower, but I can live with that. That's fine. All right. I think I'm gonna also at a 0.2. I can use just about any device I've got.
Now that's another one I've been thinking about tooling with. Doing the new, doing the 4. Yeah.
I love it. The best part about this has nothing to do with the vape. I'm just such a fan of batteries like that.
Yeah.
And that battery door, just best design of a battery door ever. Really nice. Oh, goes around this way. Oh yeah, those are some Imran batteries I'm testing out. Pretty good so far. Can't complain.
I love that one.
You didn't bring the Joker? Oh, there it is.
He's here. I'll just leave that there for a fact. Not trying to make anybody jealous.
The only thing I'm jealous about is that my favorite color is purple.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Rule on, my friend. Pulse these coils, tweak them a little bit, get them to where I want them. The coils aren't quite where I want them on the Kennedy. I want to shove those right over that those air holes.
Yeah, you definitely want all the airflow going directly into that coil.
But let's heat these coils up a little bit and get them more manageable. Okay.
They're getting there.
Sweet. Okay. Come up top here and start pinching. Start massaging these coils.
Easy with that talk.
What's that?
I said easy with that talk now.
Yeah.
You ever see the brush the coil technique? Heat up evenly? Yeah.
Yep.
That was mind blowing for me. I was like, what?
Yeah, that made all the
kidding
difference.
me?
Just this over here, just kind of separating them a little bit springy, getting them to behave like a spring.
Yeah, I've been building mine pretty much word for word from the workshops that we've done together, and they've ran perfectly. I haven't had any issues with them.
Cool, man. Cool. So, I'll show you my little cheaty technique right now. The coils need to be right over those air holes, which right now they're not. I'm not into like twisting wires, it's like pushing them or crimping them with like, so I shove them right to where I want them to be. You're not in the right spot? Get over there. Now he is.
That just makes it, does that just make it to where it's less likely to break while you're moving them?
What's that? The screwdriver?
Well, break the wire and have to rebuild another coil for it.
Well, like, they're not centered up. They're not centered up on the center post. They're like when you build them, they're kind of off to the side. I'm just pushing this coil that way, just to shove it right into position over that air hole. The two air holes there. That's all I'm doing right now. Hopefully not lose my parallel. This one's crossing a little bit. I'm not crazy about that, but that's all right. It's not a perfect metal vape. Just fine. I'm only pulsing these at 30 watts. You don't put it on full power to pulse them.
Yeah, you don't need 200 watts to get them warm enough to work with.
I hate that.
Sizzling just dropped to the deck. These guys up here in Pennsylvania are some pretty hardcore vapors, drippers. I was amazed when I started going up here to vape meets in like little town Macungie. Where is that?
Yeah.
And they would have like 300-400 people show up for a cloud comp, and like everybody's dripping and blowing clouds. Like, wow.
Yeah.
It definitely seems to be more popular up in the north than it does down here in the south.
Yeah. You guys are still in like tobacco country down there, brainwashed.
Oh, yeah.
For sure, for sure.
Cigarettes are like vitamins down there. You got to get your daily supply.
Vitamin N. You're getting a dose of vitamin N.
Well, actually, outside of my area, the shops are growing pretty fast, so it's taking off. It's kind of getting to be a little bit of a norm now to be riding down the road and looking over at a car next to you and see somebody hitting on a big ass box mod or something.
So basically, what you're telling me is I'm going to be moving into an emerging market.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Fantastic news.
Yes, you will. Oh, so you're actually moving down that way?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, moving to East Texas.
Wow, nice. Got a lot of family that lives down there.
Yeah, that's why we're moving there to be with family as well.
It's definitely a nice place to live. That is for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's what they say. They convinced us.
And there's a lot of new vape shops that are popping up over there. And I know that about a year ago, whenever I was down there visiting my dad, there wasn't a whole lot of people vaping. But yeah, definitely now whenever you're driving around in Texas or in Oklahoma, even in Arkansas and Louisiana, you see more people that are rocking out with sub-ohms and they'll have their window down. You just see these giant clouds coming out the window.
Well, that's the kind of stuff that a juicer likes to hear.
I've got wire for days. Just dig through there. So, is that the snow wolf you got there? Yes, Ryan. Hey, Nick, Oklahoma.
Yes.
Forgive my lack of knowledge geography-wise. That borders Texas, so that's considered the South?
Yes, yeah, we're right on top of Texas, actually.
Okay.
And then you got Kansas and Nebraska above us, and Arkansas and Missouri touch the east tip of us, and then you've got I think it's Colorado and New Mexico to the west.
Cool. Hey, I just wicked it like that, but I'm going to actually show you guys a different way to wick the Kennedy. It's called the S-wick. You're familiar with that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, because of those juice holes right underneath the coil, the Kennedy, one drawback is that if you over drip, it goes right down the air holes, and then you're leaking all over the place. So I'm going to do something called the S-wick.
Daryl.
Yeah. What's up?
I believe your video feed's gone because I've got just your icon on my screen, but I'm still hearing you.
My video? Really? Oh, okay.
I genuinely apologize about that. My computer just decided to kick off my entire browser. I don't know what's going on with that.
You guys can still hear me, though, right?
Oh, I can see you now. You had actually kicked off for a second. I don't know if there was a big...
Nick's
Oh, was it? Yeah, that was me, sorry. My computer, for some reason, just shut down all my browser windows.
All right. You back?
I am back.
Cool. I'm back?
Yes.
You're on.
Awesome. All right. The S-wick goes like this, straight through like normal. And then that side's going to tuck down onto the deck. And then you just come over the top and then right straight through the other side of the coil. The other coil. This way, just drip straight down the top cap, and this piece, the whatever, the S part of it, absorbs all the juice, and then in theory you won't get any juice down that airflow. See how that goes? Looks like an S.
Mm.
Have I explained that well?
Mm.
Yeah. And it also appears that that'll be another one that you won't have to drip on but once a day.
Pretty simple, right? Those are 3 different caps.
You're off the screen there.
Thank you very much. This is good. Jeff's keeping it on track here.
The Kennedy is just such an amazing RDA to build on. I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Tobacco makes a good clone. I got a bad clone that just was horrible. The center post on, and it tasted like O-ring. And I mean I soaked it at vodka, water with baking soda. That didn't get rid of the O-ring taste. Just cheap quality O-ring. This is an authentic. It's like probably the most money I've spent on an RDA. Hey, can I try one of your testers?
Absolutely. I've got some gummy. I've got some Swisher Sweets.
What's that? What is that? Oatmeal?
Oh, that's them. Yeah, there you go. That's the oatmeal.
By the way, Jeff's the guy that invented a juice flavor called Queen Anne's Revenge, and he described it as an angry man's vape. It's Fireball, and
It is an angry man's vape.
Damn.
That was awesome, man.
no, it's not that bad. I think everybody should try it sooner or later.
Ryan's not a fan of the cinnamon. Not a big cinnamon vapor over there.
Straight up in your face. That was that. Like I vape tongue really badly, and I vaped that, and it was just cured.
Hey, I thought I hated cinnamon because I'm not a big hot tamale person or anything like that, but I've actually I've been a fan of all the cinnamon vapes thus far.
I do like some cinnamon.
I like when there's a little bit of cinnamon and stuff like that. Ugly butter from Bad Drip.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the difference between those. We have another juice that has a sweet cinnamon in it. It's Jack Rackham. It's more like a sweet apple cinnamon. But that Queen Anne's Revenge, that's an in-your-face kind of cinnamon. It's like a shot of Fireball whiskey.
Nice.
Sounds like something I'd be down for.
I'm just going to start out with a modest 70 watts. Modest. Nothing crazy. See how those parallels go. I'm going to use the regular cap that it comes with has no air holes. It's just a straight tube like that. You don't need any airflow in the top cap of the Kennedy because it's got airflow up through the bottom.
That's another thing that's nice with the Kennedy is that you don't have to worry about lining up that top cap. You know, if you're like gripping at night or in bed, you don't have to mess with lining up holes on that top cap. That's nice.
That is nice.
Getting some nice clouds up there.
Getting some incredible flavor, and I'm getting some dense, nice clouds. So that combination of Kanthal and arsenal wire worked out nicely.
That's when I did mine. I did 22 Kanthal.
22 and 24? Yeah. Cool. I'm going to have to play around with that. So this is the Demon cap, which does have 2 air holes. So you have airflow up through the bottom and then airflow up from the top cap. I'm going to back up a little.
Nice.
That extra airflow does, because it's parallel, gets a little hot. The flavor's there though.
Yeah.
That's a surprising thing.
That's what I love so much about the General. Man, you get some real dense vape off of that.
Yeah, the General's like 90 dB, I think. It's pretty high. And that's the Trinity glass top.
Man, I love that glass top. That's awesome.
You can actually see the vapor like swirling.
Oh,
around.
that's awesome.
All right, there we go. We're 39 minutes into this. I was going to do, I don't know if I have enough time. I was going to redo this. This is a quad stack. And I hang out a little bit on Facebook and also at Fluid Vape Shop with a guy named Al Tereski, Banana Vape. Banana Man Vape Group on Facebook, and he likes doing all these crazy stacked coils. And after I watched his videos, I started doing stacked coils like that. You guys want to see me do something like that?
Yeah, because that summit right there itself looks a little rowdy.
It's rowdy. It is rowdy. It's not as difficult as you'd think. It's on a Dark Horse, which is a really easy RDA to build. So let's see if I can do a quad stack build on a Dark Horse in 20 minutes or less. Or close to it. Get the wire you need? Absolutely. Feel free to help yourself to anything here, man.
That's what I'm rocking right now is the Dark Horse.
The full or the mini?
I'm on the mini.
Okay. I like that little guy. I've been covetously eyeing your Dark Horse, my friend.
I'll definitely have to look into that being the next tank for me. It looks nice.
Yeah, it's I love the little chuff cap on it, but this thing, man, for as small as it is, now it's very easy to overdrip on this one, but
the thing I love so much about the Dark Horse is, let me get these coils out so I can show you. I love the big screws. I love the high top cap. Look at how tall that is.
yeah.
So you really. It's very easy to build on for beginners to start out with. This was one of my first RDAs. I just really enjoyed.
There's a lot of room.
Yeah.
You have a lot of room.
Hey, does the full size come with the option, just like the mini, to change out the rings on it?
Yes.
Okay.
The Haze Mini is another RDA that's similar in certain ways to the Dark Horse. It's a little tighter to build on, but it has a lot of the same characteristics as the Dark Horse.
My personal, and I think pluses about that.
Hey, before you build on that, hold that up and let me see the well on that. I don't think I've seen it on the full.
It's not very deep at all. That juice well is rather shallow compared to like the Mutation, kind of like even more shallow than the Plume Veil.
I'm saying that. So it's almost the same as what the mini is. There's not much of a well to it.
So the key here is use a lot of cotton, and you have this height here from the deck. Look how much height you have from the deck.
Exactly. You can whip the shit out of it.
Yeah, you just pack this thing with cotton. You can put, and look at the space. You have it's a big RDA. You got a lot of room between the posts and the outer edge, so you can put some big fat coils in there.
Hell yeah.
Put a lot of cotton, and then the juice well is really there just as a drip catch. With this wide chuff, I drip straight down that, and I don't even take the top cap off.
Same here.
Nice big post holes, so you can really wrestle some big coils in there.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Some 3.5 millimeters.
You done this at all?
What you got?
Bend the leaf?
Yes.
Yeah, that is what I think is the best way to go on the 4x. They just slide right in.
I'm lazy. I just get them in there and then I shove them, but it does distort the coil.
Jam them.
I did that for so long.
Pliers, man.
I always separated it. I'm like, gotta figure something out.
These guys are hijacking the show. No, I'm just joking. Let me see that coil. Ryan makes a good point. There's a few good videos for a 4-post Addy. You put a bend, a 90-degree bend in that leg right there,
yeah.
and then that way you have enough room. My info, yeah, to put it on. Not so much on a 3-post, but on a 4-post definitely.
On a 3-post, personally, I've taken it and I've gone the same for the top lead, and I need it again, and it slides right into 3-post too. So that's all up to you. You don't want to put that much work into it.
It's a little bit of effort, but it is worth it. I'm lazy, so I just shove them into place with my screwdriver, and yep, it works. But if you're a patient type of person, which you seem to be, Ryan,
Which you are not.
what's that?
I said, which you are not.
I just want to get it done. If it's 90% of what it would have been, I'm happy, and then I'll turn up the wattage and it'll be just fine.
Yeah, nothing a little more watts can handle.
That's right.
Yeah. You need to upgrade that LI to get it cranking out 200.
Give her a couple 200-300.
That's right. A couple 200-300.
Yeah. Good old pencil talking about.
Oh yeah, these guys are talking Pennsylvania.
I'm not from Pennsylvania.
Hey, yeah or no? Or
That's
nay,
right,
Haina.
Ain't or no?
Hey, ain't you or ain't you?
I miss it up here. I've lived up here for like 6 years.
It's like a different universe.
It is. I call everybody from Pennsylvania pencil talking squirrels.
All right,
Oh, go ahead.
what's that?
I said, isn't Pennsylvania like Amish country?
It is.
Hey, don't make fun of me.
Not around here though. That's more like south. We're northeastern PA.
Yeah, that's down by what is it?
It's Lancaster.
Yeah, Lancaster and stuff. Yeah, that's more Amish. We do have Amish up here, but they're more like authentic Amish.
They drive
down
cars.
There. Yeah.
That's
As
like
long as you don't have any Pittsburgh Steelers fans there, we're all right.
Those things are a wonder. Those things are awesome.
yeah, game changer.
I had my old man using one because he couldn't roll a coil for his life.
Yeah,
I'm like, here's a coil master.
you're
He's
got
like,
vape?
all right. Oh, hell yeah. That's cool. He has a Hexome V2,
Nice.
Anarchist edition, the one that I wanted that blue shop.
Yeah.
Ryan, come
I
around
gave that
here,
one
man.
to
You're
him.
talking off camera. Nobody
Sorry.
can see you. You're allowed to be on this show. I don't have any subscribers. It's not like anybody watches.
I'm vaping this gummy now like crazy here. Switched it up.
Oh, the gummy?
Gummy, yeah, man.
Gummy?
I like
Dude,
it.
it's delicious.
Hey, he is Amish. He's got the Amish beard thing going there. What's up?
His real name is Malachi.
Yeah. I push the lard to the screen for a living.
You're doing an 8 rep.
Stack ones.
Yeah. 2, 3.
Those
Oh.
jellyfish are badass. They're like one of the only box mods that pushes true wattage. They hit hard as hell.
It does hit hard as hell. 6, 7. Fuck. Keep taking up. I think that's 8. Ryan, how old are you?
21.
You're 21? Here, count these coils because your eyes are younger than mine. I can't see that.
Now you
small.
sound like my own dad.
Oh, tell
Count
me.
these coils, damn it.
That's the worst part when you're using that small diameter wire.
You got to go with the sound.
Yeah.
Phil Basardo has this whole, if you've ever seen his headset with like
How much you looking
He's
for?
got like Egon Spangler gun.
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, I want that. And it's got a spotlight and it's got his Magna goggles.
Hell yeah. All right, Daryl. Well, as I discussed earlier, I'm
Gotta
going to
go,
have
brother?
to exit. I got things I got to go do, but I'll be catching up with y'all soon.
Real quick before you go, let me just shout out there from Thursday's show last week. We have winners. This was the True Vapors with Scotty over there, ST Vapes, and Vaping Moderation, myself, and we picked the winners, randomized from the comments in the video, and the first place winner for the Charlie's Chalk Dust hat and T-shirt and juice line is Russell Broken. Russell, you got to get me your contact info so I can get you out that package. Number 2 prize winner was Happy Buddha Juice, and that is Yamaha 1051. And the number 3rd winner was Mod Fuel, the juice line, and that's Gerald Andrews. And I didn't put them in order of priority, other than Charlie Chalk Dust sent me a hat and a T-shirt, so that's number 1. They're all awesome juice lines, by the way. So thanks a lot, Scotty. I appreciate it. ST Vapes right there. Catch us at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern on Thursday for True Vapors. We're going to have some guests on there. Scotty, the show is shaping up nicely. Who's going to be on Thursday?
Looks like we're going to have Heavy Metal Vapor, and Daniel's supposed to be returning again. DJ, I can't think of the full, but
JSLB.
all I got to say is DJ, and I think people know who he is. So he's our Europe watcher. So
Cool. Very cool. All right, brother. If you got to go, I understand, and thanks for tuning in.
all right, y'all have a good one.
Take
Well,
care.
hey, be careful driving through Memphis there, son.
Now I will, that's for sure.
Y'all have a good one. We'll see you.
Thanks, you too.
All right, I got 10 more minutes to get this last coil done and all these coils installed in this deck. Otherwise, I'll just
Oh, you can do it, man.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jeff, when are you moving to Texas?
We're supposed to be leaving the first week of September, so very, very soon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, how old is your little guy now?
He is 17 months.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
he's a little ball of fire.
Very good.
Not ready for kids? You're never ready for kids until you have them.
And then you're ready
Then
in an
you're ready.
instant. Nick's got a young fellow over there, little guy.
Ah.
Yep.
5 weeks?
Oh, a little guy.
Little.
Yeah, 6 weeks as of tomorrow. Tomorrow is my fiance's 6-week checkup at the doctor. So
You're,
and I'm only 20, so just to give you an idea, you're never too young. I mean, obviously, if you're,
Is that your first, Nick?
it is. First
Well,
and only.
congratulations on becoming a dad.
Well, thank you.
Greatest thing in the world. Greatest experience in life.
It is. It's very nice.
I will agree there.
It definitely keeps you very entertained.
Oh, without question. Just wait till he starts talking.
I can't wait, because if he's talking, that means he's ready to start moving around, and I don't have to carry him anymore.
I feel like kids are gonna have the same for me because my little cousins and stuff, I'm a big bush pile.
Yeah.
Take them to the store or something, home, bro.
Yep.
The way I look at it, he will be 18 and out of the house by the time I am 38. So that will be amazing.
Yeah, you still got a lot of life to live after that yet.
See you hope. My parents are 43 years old. I'm 21 and still at the house.
Your parents are 43?
Yeah.
They're old.
Not really.
I'm almost old enough to be your dad, dude.
That's terrible.
Oh my
I am
god.
old enough to be a dad. I'm 43. But
Hey,
I
you guys are older than my parents. My parents only 40.
Man.
They had me same age that I had mine.
Yeah.
I wish I would have started younger just so that my knees were in better shape when I had little kids running around after. It takes a lot out of you. Don't wait.
Yeah, way I look at it is typically the age that most people are the most financially capable is in their late 30s, early 40s is when they really get the job that, you know, is what they're going to want to do for the rest of their life, or at least get a job that pays really, really well because they've worked up the experience by that point. So,
Is that your philosophy on it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. You can't even ever plan for all the eventualities that happen in life. So,
That is true.
Yeah. Anyway, back to vaping stuff, but congratulations on everybody. And Quest for Vape over here is a dad. I have 3 daughters, and they talk back, and they argue, and they win, and they're smart. They all take kung fu though, so they
So they're not to be trifled with.
they can whoop your ass.
At least you ain't got to worry about them, you know.
I don't know.
At least you don't have to beat up any boys for them. They'll do it themselves.
That's right. That's why I got them in class. I was like, why expect me to do it? You should be able to take care of yourself.
Damn.
It's good philosophy. Anyway, so look, back to building over here. I'm just horsing these coils right into place where I want them. You notice how I have these drill bits? They're not the exact diameter that I wrapped it on, but that's okay. They're holding the coils in place. This is not an exact science. It's half tinkery and half prayer.
Yeah, and a little bit of luck sometimes.
So on the dark horse, you just want to make sure you don't clamp them down too tight. There's big screws, and they'll guillotine and chop those. I'm just going to tighten down the outer one. Once I get that done, the coil's going nowhere, and then I'm sort of home free. But I just all I care about right now is I get it the right distance from the center post, and have them sort of one on top of each other, like that. That's good. From there, I can tweak them a little bit more into place. All right. Nick, what are you vaping on?
I'm vaping on a Panzer Mech mod and then a Kennedy clone with the what did you say? The competition holes on the top?
The Demon Cap.
Yes.
That's interesting. Your clone came with, how much did you pay for that clone, by the way?
$30.
That's good. And that's good. And it came with the Demon Cap. My clones didn't come with that. So yeah,
I hear a hint of resentment there.
not at all. Envy, jealousy, not resentment. I'm happy that you've elevated your vaping game tremendously since when I first met you a couple of weeks ago. You've really grabbed hold of this dripping business, and yeah, you're really into it with a passion. That reminds me of somebody that I know very well. Me.
Yourself?
Yep. I just Nick watches every video out there by anybody who's got anything to do with vaping, and he's a very apt student and pupil of everything vape related. So he's one of those guys that said, "Holy shit! I never thought I would quit smoking this easily," and so he's got a heart for it, which is awesome.
Yeah, and I haven't touched a cigarette or even a cigar since. I thought for sure after I vaped I was still going to go to the cigar lounge that I went to and smoke those every once in a while, but I haven't even had the desire.
Not even a cigar, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I used to be a pretty heavy cigar smoker also. Nick is from Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
What part of Oklahoma? Tulsa?
Tulsa, one of the only two relatively large cities that exist in this state.
You guys have cities over there? Okay, cool. I thought it was
Yeah. You see this room? This is all tucked in a teepee. Yep. It's one giant teepee.
not the state where they filmed Napoleon Dynamite, is it? Where the kids always run through the cornfields and they have llamas. No? All right. I'm not being a jerk. I'm just
Oh no, I think it's hilarious. This state cracks me up. I don't fit in here, for sure. I was definitely, for the mentality that I have, I was definitely meant to be born in like New York or California or Miami or Atlanta. I'm not built for country living.
all right. Okay, look at this jumbled mess I have over here with all these wires.
He's got a giant pile of wires.
So let's start cleaning this stuff up a little. Now that I have them tightened down, they're not going anywhere. Get rid of these leads. Goodbye. These guys. This is 26 gauge, by the way. 26 gauge, you can even, after you tighten them down, oh, that one's not that tight. You can even do like this, just corkscrew them off.
Yeah, I've noticed with the 20 gauge, whenever I'm trying to just twist them off, I really got to tighten it down. Otherwise, whenever I start, moving it around, it'll push those screws back up.
Yeah, 20, you really, at 24 gauges, you're just moving the coil around too much. I don't try and snap them that way with 22 or 20, but that's funny that you did. Eventually, yeah. That metal will snap. That metal is just too thick and burly.
Yeah, I do need to get me some needle nose wire cutters.
Just Harbor Freight, $1.99, cheap. Been using the same. I've had these for 7 or 8 months. They're just as sharp. Toenail cutters work also.
Walmart has them too.
Walmart.
Yeah, in their craft section.
Really?
Yep.
Good to know.
Cheaper at Harbor Freight though.
I love Harbor Freight for all my vape stuff because it's not like you need it to handle like construction. You can cheap pliers will do just fine. I'll use the actual legit post I spun these on. So now that they're in place and the screws are tightened down, I'm just shaping these coils up a little bit. I'm pulling them out away from the post, up, and then I'm going to center them a little if I can. The only thing they need to not be doing is they can't be touching the post or each other. That's it. And they don't have to be separated by much. They just have to not be touching. So can we see that?
Oh, yeah, that looks awesome, man.
It's really not as difficult as I would have thought, and you really ought to play around. What makes it a lot easier is using that Coil Master, because the coils come out so damn nice and perfect.
Well, I'm definitely glad that you sent me
one,
because it makes it a breeze to build.
Hey, you're not supposed to tell anybody about that. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, it's a game changer. 0.6. So guess what? I'm going to be vaping this on that big, on the Joker mod. I'm sorry, this is the Riddler mod.
I've got to get me one of those eventually. That thing is awesome.
Oh, it's a massive beast.
I love it.
How much was that Riddler?
All right, so I wasn't going to talk price because I was going to leave that for the artisan himself to discuss, but
Okay.
since his
I
normal
mean,
box,
I can look it up if need be.
he mentioned it on Facebook. It's like $150 for a triple, parallel, or series, whichever you want. And then if you want some custom artwork, depending on what you want him to do, it could cost a little more. So this box cost me like $160, I believe.
So definitely
And then,
something to save up and invest in.
Yeah, I mean, don't feel like you need that to vape.
Right.
Just because
right.
Daryl has that. I wanted one since May, and I saved up, and then I got it.
Well, like
But,
I said, my favorite color is purple, and I've been looking for a purple mod and haven't really had much luck. So, I mean, I just love the design and the color on it.
That you got to get the same one as me. Why don't you just get purple EFS batteries? I'm
Well,
joking.
I've got the purple Emeralds, so I'm halfway there. Put 3 40 amp batteries in it. I'm pretty sure I could do pretty much whatever I wanted on it. Man, that thing is just chucking.
Yeah, that's that Kennedy with the parallel. What do we got here? Passion tea?
Passion fruit green tea.
Oh, geez, that sounds amazing. I might have to buy some of that from you.
It's pretty good. We're getting ready to release it. I have a couple test flavors today that we haven't released just yet that I'm still kind of working on.
Well, hey, whenever you get to where you release them, will you have it to where you can ship it places? I would imagine.
Yeah, definitely, man. Nizmod.com. We're working on the website. Should have it up and running very shortly.
Well, I will definitely have to order some juice from you, man.
Sounds good, dude.
I'm going to pulse these coils, not at 70 watts. Going to drop it down to 40. 40 should do. This regular Kanthal 26 gauge, it's got some resistance to it.
Yeah.
You know, I use 26 gauge a lot when I'm building for my bigger box mods, or for the SMI box. You can't really vape low sub ohm with those.
Yeah.
You want resistance, so that's kind of like the build that's really suitable for those.
Yeah,
That's
I'm actually going to be having a friend of mine that I haven't seen in a while come over later today, and I'm thinking whenever he's over, my fiance, myself, and I, my fiance, myself, and I, my fiance, him, and I are all going to be like lined up, doing a video, and I might do some coil building, a small coil building workshop during it.
Oh, very cool.
But I actually,
those new skills.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Show off those new skills. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
You come a long way.
And I'm actually, I took your advice as far as planning stuff out. I'm actually, before I sit down and do anything, I'm going to get a notepad and make a list of everything that I want to discuss. I'm going to put it in the order that I want to handle it in, and that way I can just look at that so I don't get off topic.
Yeah, just to keep yourself on track, and you know, not a script, because then you'll be sitting there looking at a piece of paper, but just like bullet points to keep yourself
an outline.
Yeah.
Generalized topics. Yeah.
How's that look?
That's good.
Oh, looks great, man. And all those things are firing up nice and even.
I ran over 6 minutes on time. Can you forgive me? All
Oh
right.
yeah, you're fine, man. I'm off work. I'm good.
That's how she looks. It's not 100%. It's not perfect, but guess what? It's going to vape really nicely. I want to show you guys how to wick this. I just do one single wick on each side. By the way, I use a 3.5 mil post diameter, so my wicks are going to be kind of fat. And
But would the same thing work for 3?
yeah,
Yeah,
3,
'cause
2.5.
Yeah, I've been building all my coils at the 3 millimeter hole, because I can't see any reason to make them any smaller than that, because I would have such a pain getting the cotton through.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah,
That's the exact same way I look at it.
I never liked anything smaller than
Yeah,
a
I was
2.5.
never. Yeah, that's the same thing, man. I was never into like micro coils and nano and super nano coils.
You get better flavor. Like there's a lot of people out there that are looking for that right up smack, like right on key, light up. The coils light up. But for me, like I like taking longer draws and longer pulls off of them. So what I do is bigger coils. Like there's sometimes with some coils that I'll even use like a 3.5 or a 3.2 millimeter screwdriver for it. And they're massive coils, but hell, they vape awesome and they get awesome flavor.
And I feel like whenever you've got that longer draw on it, you can really get the taste of your juice in your mouth more, so you can know what you're vaping on.
Absolutely, that's the way I see it too. I get way better. All my coils, even my Claptons and stuff, people are like, "You're insane." I'm building Claptons and I'm wrapping them on like 3.2, 3.5 millimeter drill bits and stuff like or screwdrivers, and they're like, "You're insane." It's like, no.
So they're just fat as hell.
Yeah. It's almost like that picture of the giant car spring off the car. There's just a cloth laying in it. You even sub them. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I think my next venture, as far as like outside of just normal coiling, I think I'm gonna try to do a twisted coil, and then I'm gonna watch some videos on I'm trying to think of what it is. It's a really funky wire. I can't remember. I think it was called like alien wire or something like that.
Yeah. It's the alien Clapton builds that you can do.
Yeah.
Those are crazy. Like I'm into Claptons and stuff. I do Claptons. I've done fused Claptons with like really low gauge outer wraps, like 36 gauge wrap and stuff like that. And it gets a little hairy. You just want to keep your small wires in a key. You want to make sure together and they don't get all strangled up and everything, because that's usually what a lot of people have a problem with. And a lot of people with Claptons now, I see that they're using those swivels for fishing hooks and stuff, or for fishing line. You put the swivel on there and it lets the wire spin freely while you're making the Claptons and stuff.
Yeah.
That'll help you out a lot too.
Yeah, and it's definitely not something I'm going to be doing for a little bit, but it's a for sure goal for the future, because I definitely want to get to where I'm able to build some of the more adept stuff in the next couple of months.
It takes time and practice. That's all. Anybody who ever asked me, like, how do you build this and how do you build that and can you build this and can you build that? It's like, yeah, I could do all that, but you could do it just as much as I can. But it takes a little bit of time and practice and a lot of coil building.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you how many coils I've built. It's ridiculous. I'm sure as much as you have. You're just going through coils and going through different wire, trying new things and all that kind of stuff. Venture on your own. Try new things. When you try new things, you find new things. You find what you like.
Yeah.
Damn, you're a smart guy. I like the way you talk.
That was deep, dude.
You like that?
Yeah.
That was empowering and inspiring.
And a little advice for your twisted wires, what I like to do is I kind of like to do it as like a parallel. Some people like to do parallels where they separate, use two different wires, like don't fold it in half. When you do your twisted, fold that wire in half and put the loose ends in the drill chuck, and then hold on to the other end that you folded in half with a pair of pliers, and it'll make a nice consistent twist. And if you're going to do a lot of wire and you want to twist up a lot of wire to have just laying around, kind of take that, and as you're twisting it, try to take like a flat pair of pliers and just pinch it every so often in between. If you're going to do a ton like that long, then you want like a plier that you can just grab here and there in the center just to make sure that it twists evenly.
Oh yeah.
So I find lower gauge wires that happens a lot, that it won't twist perfectly even.
Nice.
Sorry, Jeff.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's awesome.
Man, that thing is hitting like a truck.
It's a very custardy smelling.
That's straight up the General custard. You know what? It's a really nice, smooth, dense vapor. 84. No.
You're not even at 100.
Not even at 100. It's chucking 4.94 volts. 84 watts. Best of both worlds. Flavor, cloud.
Yeah,
I actually looked up like 30 or 40 different juice companies the other day and sent a couple of emails out to them just to see, you know, if they'd be interested in having reviews done and stuff. But also just to look and see a bunch of different companies for juice that I'd like to drip on a daily basis. Because the little shop that I go to, it's great and all, but it's not a real good shop for, you know, mixed juice.
You know, they have their house lines that you like, and then venture further afield.
You mind if I make a few suggestions?
Want to hit that?
I mean, I could talk. My uncle personally owns the Mount Buffalo Vapes. I could talk to him and see if he'll end up. He wants to send some stuff out to you.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
They make that cherry berry that indoor smokers is like hooked on.
Yeah, the black cherry berry. Yes. Yeah.
Dude, I love cherry. Cherry is literally my favorite flavor when it comes to anything. So I'd love that.
That's the General from Epicus Nebula. You're not familiar? Oh man.
No, that's a good vape too. I like that.
Shout out.
Nice.
That was my first all-day vape. I've been in love with that juice for 9 months.
It's no infamous.
It is no.
No infamous,
It's
buddy.
no infamous. Yeah, I know it's
Infamous
not, but
East
it's
Coast
good.
VC.
That's right.
It is
That's
really
it.
good.
Shout out to Jimmy Dargacy.
There you go. Yeah, that East Coast custard is really good.
The General is good, but it's no infamous.
See, honestly, though, the infamous one though, it's a little heavy for me.
Yeah.
Like I like darker flavors. I love custard, but that is a really good custard. That General custard is not too heavy.
I find
Yeah,
it
Daryl talks that juice up a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I know Jimmy Dargacy. He's good people.
Yes.
Jimmy and
very good
Luann.
person.
I have it in here somewhere, but you know they sell it here at the shop.
Yeah. Man, I wish I could find a shop here in Tulsa that sold those premium juices, but I haven't had much luck yet. A lot of them just sell their house blend, and a lot of them don't even sell high VG, which is unfortunate.
Well, a lot of shops are catering to the entry level.
That is true. That is
The
true.
entry level vapors, and that's where you find a lot of that 50-50 PG-VG mixes.
Actually, the biggest company here in Tulsa, it's called Vapor Kings. They're the ones that have all the money, and they pay for like TV advertising, and they partner up with the radio shows. But they primarily feed the entry level.
But you know what? What's the goal for people who smoke to stop smoking? And then as they get in, because there's about a month to 2 month transition when you're feeling your way out. Then when you know what you like and you know the kind of flavor profiles that work for you, you get a good setup that you're happy with, then you start exploring. Premium juice is not cheap, but it's worth it. Just like filet mignon is not cheap, but it's worth it. You know, eat filet mignon every day, you get sick of it. Then it would be like tuna fish.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. Hey, so we had let's round up the troops over here and take a look back again. What we accomplished here today. We talked vaping. Hopefully it was interesting. Thank you very much, Jeff. Thanks, Ryan, for letting us have the show here at your shop. We did a
Anytime you want to.
dual parallel with 26 gauge Kanthal and 24 gauge Arsenal wire in a parallel build. That was nice. Vape's great on the Kennedy. And then we did a quad stacked 8-wrap 4 coils on the Dark Horse clone, by the way. This is a clone. This is like a $20 clone. Anybody getting into dripping, Dark Horse is a great RDA to start out with. You can't really go wrong with that. Thank you, Nick, very much for tuning in.
Anytime.
Anything else to do to the order, guys, before we sign off?
Vape on.
Yeah, for sure.
Real quick here,
And then,
I got to piggyback. I want to just spend 2 minutes. I want to piggyback on a theme that Vape Stars, guy named TJ or JT, Vape Stars anyway, is his YouTube channel, Vape Stars, and then also the Southern Vaping Gentleman reviews, and as well as Vaping Heathen. My buddy Billy lives down in Philly. These guys kind of like Vape Stars kicked it off, and he started this thing for it's called Sponsor a Smoker. So I'm going to be doing a bigger video on this. Those guys came out with the concept of find a smoker that looking to quit, get into vaping, and needs a little bit of encouragement and support, and maybe has some financial difficulty, we're going to get them a setup. They're going to each find their own, folks. I'm going to find. I've been doing this. I just never did it on video. I gave away every setup I ever had that I wasn't using anymore. But I'm looking for someone who wants to get into vaping, somebody who's not already a vapor, and get him a setup, and then track with them, follow up over like once a week, see how they're doing, what the challenges are, just to be able to show to other folks who are smoking that they can do it, that it's not easy, but if you stick with it, you can quit smoking, and vaping is a less harmful alternative. So shout out there to Vape Stars, Vaping Heathen, and Southern Vaping Gentlemen. All right, guys, Quest for Vape, thank you very much for tuning in this live build workshop. It's going to be available on YouTube to rewatch as well. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you like my video, please share it. And that's goodbye.